on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Houston Oilers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, 80. 52 right here. I got you. Hey, Delta!
Rivers on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down.
Delta!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Rivers now. And now he's taken down. And Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Throwing, Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Q. Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's get the ball. He's crashing.
Working out of the gun. Winston gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth.
Switch it. Hey, alert 3.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Winston now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? White 25. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Load it. 52's the mark.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
Check. Fresno. Kill.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
Hey. You got 3.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 20 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
8 yards to go.
This offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found me.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Jameis again. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Winston, he completes it to Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 31, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 26, check 26. White! 12.
Throwing again. Rivers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers taking a shot for, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch this.
This is Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? 52. Watch the run, watch the run. Green, come see. Rush in. Hey, let's go.
On second down, it's Hunt. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? White 25. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 50. Check 50. You go tight.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Hunt. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Kareem Hunt. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Rocket. Hey. White 52. Quick talk. Hey, exit. 52.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. A first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta!
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Williams. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Load it. Load it. 52. Let's go, D.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He completes it to Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey, Delta! Left, left, left!
Rivers on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Ready? Blue 80. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 2, Winston gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They run again with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
It's a turnover on down.
We got this.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here from Melvin Gordon. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rivers to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 3rd down gain of 19.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, it's Gordon, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, a final win means they will finish off the regular season